The summer sun glared down on the cracked sidewalks of Eastwood, a quiet corner of the city where ambition often felt like a distant dream. For Jamal Carter, this was the morning he had been waiting for. The interview that could finally lift him and his mother out of their struggle. Dressed in a second-hand suit, slightly too big for his lean frame, Jamal glanced nervously at his wristwatch. 8:35 a.m. The interview was at 9:00 a.m. sharp, downtown, 20 minutes away if traffic held. His mother had hugged him tightly before he left. "Make us proud, baby. You've worked too hard for this. Today's your day." Her words rang in his ears like a drumbeat, pushing him forward with every step. Jamal's dream was simple: stability, a steady job, a life where his mother didn't have to count every dollar before paying the rent. And this was it, a chance at an internship at Westbridge Enterprises, one of the top companies in the state. He boarded the bus, heart thumping, mind rehearsing answers to interview questions. As the bus rolled through the streets, he stared out the window watching the city rush by. He couldn't afford to be late, not today. As he got off 2 blocks from the subway station, fate intervened. On the side of the road, an elderly man struggled beside a beaten-down Cadillac, its tire flat, a spare clumsily leaning against the car. Jamal's eyes flicked to his watch. 8:43 a.m. If he kept walking, he could still make it with a few minutes to spare. But something inside him made him stop. The man looked exhausted, sweat dripping from his wrinkled forehead, his hands trembling as he tried to loosen the lug nuts. Cars zipped past, everyone in a hurry, no one paying attention. Jamal hesitated. Someone else will help him, he told himself. You can't miss this. You can't miss this. But then he heard his mother's voice in his head. "Always help where you can, son." Always. His feet moved before his mind could argue. "Excuse me, sir. You need some help?" Jamal asked, crouching beside the car. The old man looked up, surprised, his breathing labored. I could use it, yes. My arms aren't what they used to be. I've been out here for 20 minutes. Nobody stopped. A Jamal smile, slipping off his jacket and rolling up his sleeves. "Don't worry, sir. I got you." The job wasn't easy. The rusted bolts fought back, the spare was low on air, and the jack was barely functional. Time ticked away relentlessly. Jamal's shirt clung to his back with sweat as he worked, dirt smudging his hands and face. By the time the tire was changed, it was 9:05 a.m. The interview. His heart sank. He knew there was no way he could make it now. He was already late. "Thank you, young man," the elderly man said, his voice warm with gratitude. "You really saved me today. Let me at least buy you breakfast." Jamal forced a polite smile, even though disappointment weighed on him like cement. "It's all right, sir. I've got somewhere I need to be, but I guess I missed it anyway." The old man narrowed his eyes, studying Jamal. Was it important? Jamal hesitated, his throat tightening. "Yeah, it was a job interview. Could have changed my life." The old man's face fell. "Oh, son, I'm so sorry." Jamal shrugged, trying to mask the ache in his chest. "It's all right. Maybe it wasn't meant to be." "Do you have a number I can call you on?" the man asked. "Sure." Jamal said, not thinking much of it, and scribbled his number on the back of a receipt. They shook hands, and Jamal walked away, his shoulders heavy. That evening, Jamal sat on the front steps of his apartment building, staring at his phone, waiting for a rejection email that never came. He told his mother what happened. She cupped his face gently. "You did the right thing," she whispered. "A good man will always get what he's meant to have. It'll find you." But Jamal wasn't so sure. 3 days passed. Jamal spent them job hunting, filling out applications, facing the same closed doors and polite dismissals he had known for months. Then his phone rang. "Hello, is this Jamal Carter?" the voice asked. "Yes. Speaking. This is Karen from Westbridge Enterprises. The CEO would like to meet with you personally tomorrow morning." He was quite insistent. Jamal blinked. "Wait, really? But I missed the interview." "Yes, he's aware. He still wants to meet you. Can you come in at 9:00 a.m. tomorrow?" Still confused, Jamal agreed. The next morning, he arrived at the shimmering glass building of Westbridge Enterprises. His palms were sweaty, his stomach in knots. When he was ushered into the CEO's office, his jaw nearly dropped. Behind the massive oak desk sat the old man with the Cadillac, smiling broadly. His suit was sharp, his presence commanding. "Good morning, Jamal. You're the CEO." Jamal stammered. The man chuckled softly. "Name's Walter Briggs. I started this company from nothing. Built it with hard work and a lot of second chances." Jamal felt his pulse hammering in his ears. "I don't understand. I saw something in you that morning. Character, integrity. You chose to help a stranger, even knowing you'd miss your interview. Most people wouldn't. That's the kind of person I want in my company." Jamal's throat tightened. He tried to speak, but words failed him. Walter leaned forward. "Jamal, this company doesn't just need people with degrees and perfect resumes. It needs people with heart. People who care." He slid an offer letter across the desk. "This isn't an internship. It's a full-time position. Benefits, career track, if you'll have it." Jamal's hands trembled as he picked up the letter. His eyes filled with tears, but he quickly wiped them away. I'd be honored, sir." Walter smiled. "Good. Welcome to Westbridge." Over the next year, Jamal poured everything he had into his new role. He rose quickly, not because of favoritism, but because he worked harder than anyone else. Walter became a mentor, guiding him not just in work but in life. One evening, as they walked out of the building together, Jamal asked the question that had lingered in his mind since that day. Why were you out there changing a tire by yourself? Walter chuckled. Old habits die hard. I never liked waiting for people to fix things I can fix myself. But maybe I was supposed to be there. Maybe life wanted us to meet that way. Oh, Jamal smiled, the weight of the past finally settling into gratitude. I guess sometimes missing an opportunity is what leads you to the right one. Walter placed a firm hand on his shoulder. Exactly, son. Never forget that. Oh, years later, Jamal became one of the youngest regional managers in the company's history. He started community outreach programs, offering internships and mentorships to young people from neighborhoods like his. He never forgot where he came from, and he never forgot the lesson that one act of kindness, one selfless moment, can change your life in ways you can't even imagine. Sometimes, what feels like a detour is actually the road you were meant to take all along. Moral of the story: character will always open doors that credentials can't. Kindness isn't a distraction, it's the very path to destiny.